This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless.
I am reborn again and again. I am the will of the Emperor. I am Death's hand.
Thousand cuts. There's something not right. This place feels all wrong. The forest is the same, but it's stronger here.
1,000 cuts!
So with the Pilgrim's Rest Inn, there's actually a few ways you can go about doing it. You could, of course, visit the temple first. You know, fight Whirlwind, talk to Sphere Catcher's Leaf, and then come here, and then they'll know that you've been there. They'll be less likely to trust you and whatnot. And then you can try to convince them to give you the crystal, or fight them for the crystal by revealing their secret or whatnot. Or you can come straight here like what we're doing, and just kind of seeing like we're taking their side from the jump. We'll still have to pass a conversation check to try to be convinced or convince them to give us the crystal. Or we can, just talk negatively to him and trigger him, and then we can fight them. Or we have Hempek, who is going to be one of our followers. We can talk to him, and he'll be like, you should talk to them about this one subject. So it's interesting.
I watched in awe as you dispatched those things. Not many of your kind can deal with ghosts as easily as you did. Yes, the ghosts are most dangerous. We are fortunate that they have not yet ventured inside the inn. It offers us some refuge. But I forgot myself. Welcome to the Pilgrim's Rest, traveler. I am the Keeper, as they call me. Tell me, did you happen to come across one of us on your way up here? We sent him not long ago to search for help. It was the forest shadow. She's taken another from us. We hoped we had found a way to deal with the fox, but we were wrong. Some. She does not attack us here at the inn. Those few we have dared send out to the forest do not return. We have tried so hard to find a way to end the fox's attacks. She must be stopped. We thought we were close, but no. Two people cannot move as quickly as one. This path is dangerous, but he was willing to brave it. He may have seemed simple to you, but he was a brave soul. He ran in the hopes of bringing us food and help, of course. We are not like her, and thus she hates us. There's no reason to a mad fox, no reason you would understand. Perhaps the ghosts have driven her mad, or maybe it's her rage that changed the trees. The only way to be sure is to stop her. Well, that is quite the thing to ask, isn't it? Quite a thing indeed. How are we to know we could trust you? No, I do not entirely trust you with such plans. You must know fox spirits can assume the forms of humans. How can I trust you not to be one of her servants, or the spirit herself? For now, simply accept what little hospitality we can offer. These are hard times, but we would not dare treat a guest poorly. Oh, please, it's nothing to concern yourself over. We would not trouble you with such a thing. Oh, I wouldn't dare to burden you with our concerns. It would stand me poorly as a host.
I think our charm needs to be at least 25 or 30. My charm was only at about 20 right here.
Good, good. I would be happy to help. Many travelers know the name of the Pilgrim's Rest, and before long, so will many more. No, I mean, there's a safety of a sort here. We have had a refuge here so far, and the paths below are far from safe. It is best that we stay here. Surely you will find a way to destroy the murderous fox. It is an old name. The route you climbed used to be called the Pilgrim's Path, thanks largely to the temple near here and other small shrines. Here, at the hill's summit, the pilgrims would stay and contemplate what they had seen during their climb. This place was known as the Pilgrim's Rest long before the inn was constructed. Of course, this whole forest belongs to Lord Young, does it not? He expects this place to pay him a tribute. He doesn't call it that, but we know the truth. Mark me, Lord Young will have his share of the proceeds from this place before long. His fair share. Surviving? Simple. You can still find meat if you know where to look. And is meat not the heart of any good dish?
Interesting that they would bring up meat.
The sick trees and ghosts, yes. They keep us from the animals. You make a good point, but still, we saw this coming, did we not? We have supplies. It always pays to be prepared. Of course. This is the Mad Fox's place. I shudder to dwell too long on the subject, but I will answer what I can. The forest has been ailing for some time now, but things have been especially bad over the past month. It has been most unpleasant for us. No new visitors grace our tables with their presence. I do not know. Maybe the fox spirit that claims to protect this place has diseased it. Or perhaps she's just too weak to fight another disease. I don't care what happens to her, so long as my people... those of us at the inn, I mean, stay safe. I have heard that the Pilgrim's Path stays open to the town of Tien's Landing. One day, when the time is right, we shall make our way down there. Tien's Landing is full of so many people. I wish you all the best. Travel safely and return here soon. We would welcome you for our evening meal.
When will more come?
Hello. Welcome to the Pilgrim's Rest, where the patron is the most important part of our business. I am Ho, your humble cook. I'm also in charge of the few supplies the inn actually stocks if you have need of them. Though I am weary and worked to the bone, I'm here to help you. What can I do for you today? I don't really go in for celestial politics, but I will say that it's awfully odd that the inn folk seem to hate her so. To hear them talk, she's practically insane with bloodlust. But everything here seems perfectly normal, wouldn't you say? No, it doesn't. But why then are they so scared of this forest shadow? Well, I've probably said enough. The Keeper has more than enough to say for both of us about the forest shadow. Go ask him if you have more questions. I'd be happy to. I'm sure you understand that my stocks are limited. In fact, if you think about it, with the ghosts filling the forest, I shouldn't have any supplies at all. Yes it is. Ah, well, have a look, and tell me if you see anything you like. Hello again. Can I interest you in some of my simple items? I don't know much about this forest at all. I was only passing through and I, stopped at this inn. Turned out to be a longer stay than I anticipated. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. However, as shopkeeper, I do have some items that you might be interested in. There's nothing. It's nothing. I just thought, well, I was hoping that... would you like a bun? I can't tell you. Not here. Not now. They're listening. Go and speak to the innkeeper. Ask him about the twisted servants of the mother. See how he reacts to that. Be prepared when you speak to him. That's all I'm saying about this. Take very good care.
You must join us for dinner. You would be a most welcome addition. The mother? Nothing at all. You should not speak nonsense when the forest shadow is still alive.
You're not gonna snitch on him.
Oh, you truly wish to know. Your mind will not rest until you have an answer. You are lucky that I sense such great strength from you. Had you dealt with those ghosts out front with less efficiency, I would tear your throat out. But please, allow me to reveal all that you wish to see. Let me show you the truth. Gaze upon our forms and bask in our glory. You should be honored to see the true strength of the cannibals.
It's them! Their corruption is what I've been feeling in this forest. They are vile.
Are you happy now that you have the answer to your prying questions? No, of course not. You wish to know more. You are drawn to our majesty. How typical of the thin-blooded ones, to think that they can kill all that they do not understand. You must understand that we are servants of a powerful demon known as the Mother, who has taught us to draw strength from human flesh. The Forest Shadow imprisoned her millennia ago, but soon she will be free. You will help us with that, or you will die. Freaks, you're nothing but meat. We will give you one chance to aid us, or you will feed us. This crystal was torn from the Temple of the Cursed Fox. The hunter who is there now said there would be some way to reach the fox if he could find this missing bauble. We kept it from him because he wished to aid the fox. You are strong. If you agree to use this crystal to kill the fox, whatever it takes, we will give you a half-year's tax worth of silver. A rich prize to kill a dying rodent. The fox holds the mother trapped within the earth of this hill, but she can hold nothing with dying paws. The dead walk the world, and the mother can draw strength from them. That is how she reached out to us, told us of the new way. The mother grows stronger each day, but she's still trapped, and the forest shadow is not so weak as to be easily taken. She knows us instantly, so we have no surprise. You are unknown. We cannot defeat her, but she cannot destroy us so easily either. She will try to pour honey into your ears, beg for your help. When her guard is down, then you will destroy her, and the mother will be free. She is a most powerful creature from a time when primal hunger ruled all of your kind. She has been trapped in this hill for centuries, trapped by the fox. But as the dead grow restless, she feels their anger, their rage, and their hunger for release. They feed the mother, and she grows strong as the ghosts flock to her. She reached out to us. We are her children, and I am first among them. She is the filthy fox spirit that imprisoned the mother centuries before the Empire was born. Like all foxes, she is a trickster and thinks of herself as a judge of wrong and right. She claimed this forest as hers, gloating over the imprisonment of the mother. But she did not count on the ghosts filling her forest. The mother called to them, and their rage, their hunger for release, has restored much of her strength. The time of the fox is over. What will it be? Do you value your life, or will you play the fool? You just don't understand. You will. Rend her flesh. Her screams should echo in the town below.
1,000 cuts!
That was astonishing. I haven't seen such martial skills in an eatery since the last time I added ginger to my wife's hot and sour soup. Thank you for your great kindness in rescuing me. Now that these beasts are dead, I can finally talk to you. My name is Henpecked Ho, and before you ask, I'm not one of those monsters. They kept me prisoner so that I could seem normal to the customers. No sense dancing around it. You might as well have asked. My wife is unique. To say that she is as enduring as the wall itself is to do a disservice to her persistence. I could make similar comparisons between the force of her will and the Imperial Army, but I think you have the picture. The last I saw of her, she was in the Imperial City. I was due back more than a week ago, and if she hasn't torn the place down looking for me, I'll be surprised. That's beside the point for now. I must thank you, as I clearly owe you my life. These cannibals were getting desperate enough to cook even someone as ropey as me. The last thing I needed was to be dragged into the caves below. Well, they're cannibals. They were once men, but they were corrupted, twisted into flesh-eating abominations. The Keeper, the one who met everyone, including yourself, at the door, had some skill with magic. You might have seen through the illusion in time, but most people never get the chance. They're usually taken, or worse, changed into one of them. They kept me around in hopes that I would make this place seem more normal, and they needed me to help run the inn. They're none too bright, really. I resolved to try and tip off the first warrior who dared come to this place. The cannibals must be stopped. They claimed that they were changed by a creature called the Mother in the caves below. Apparently, she's an ancient demon responsible for twisting these sick creatures. They kept me around in hopes that I would make this place seem more normal, and they needed me to help run the inn. They're none too bright, really. I resolved to try and tip off the first warrior who dared come to this place. The cannibals must be stopped. A good idea. Even talking about them makes me queasy. You killed the cannibals up here, but there's more in the caves below. I don't know how they got in or out, or how they took prisoners down there. I do know that they were terrified of something called the Forest Shadow. I'm willing to bet that would be a good place to start. If you're planning to tackle these beasts, I want to help. In my own way, of course. I'm not much with my fists. Not anymore, anyway. But you'd be surprised what tricks an old bunmaster might know. Have you ever heard of drunken master style? I was a master. Top of my game and well known in Phoenix Gate, one of the great cities in the prosperous East. My skills earned me fame, fortune, and a wife. Teaching is all I can do. As I said, fame, fortune, and a wife. I discovered fairly early on that she had opinions, most of them regarding alcohol and my regular consumption of it. I can still teach you, though. She has never expressly forbidden that. I have a few bottles on me right now if you'd like to learn. Pay attention, I don't like repeating myself. Now, when I am with you, I can throw you bottles of wine. You must pick these up in order to use Drunken Master. The effect wears off quickly, but I will make sure you don't run out of wine, as long as you keep the enemies off of me. Now, watch my technique.
Drunken Master! Yeah!
There, you got it. Your job isn't done, though. There are still more cannibals in the hill. I don't know how to get in there, though. The cannibals were dead set against that Forest Shadow. They didn't want anyone going near the temple. Maybe you could find her and get some answers. I now see the flaw in teaching you the style. I'll keep you supplied with wine if you keep those beasts away from me.
can you fight so well when all you do is drink?
It's harder to drink your watered-down swill than face those ghosts. Is everything in this damn forest missing the good parts? Hold on. That one's got all her parts, and none of them are hanging out. About time I had a challenge.
Wait, no, that's not a... Damn him.
Longsword. Ha! Drunken Master. Ha! That's my... Ha! Shi-
You're no ghost. Hell, you're barely human. No one has ever withstood the axes of the Black Whirlwind before. I'm pretty sure I thought you were a ghost. That, and you looked like you might be able to hold your own for a few moments. Turns out I sold you short. Easy to do when you're as tall as I am. Anyway, I'm guessing you must be here on Lord Yun's business. Can't imagine why anyone would come here otherwise. You'll want to talk to Spearcatch's Leaf. He's Lord Yun's man. I'm just the hired mercenary.
I am so very sorry. You must accept my apologies. He is uncontrollable sometimes.
Keep your apologies. That was amazing. Spearcatch's Leaf is no warrior. He doesn't understand the thrill of victory.
You've just had the unexpected honor of defeating the Black Whirlwind, the self-styled deadliest mercenary in the Jade Empire. The tales say this man once stormed an entire fortress alone, naked and screaming his defiance into the night.
Ha! Scared the tar out of those border guards. But they botched the story. I was naked, screaming, and I was dead drunk. Wouldn't you like to know, Missy? Let's just say it's the only part that matters. There's dozens of them. But if you didn't recognize me right away, you must not have heard them. Now really isn't the time to share them. I'd need about 5 bowls of wine and a soft patch of ground to even get started.
Yes, I'm Spearcatch's Leaf, Lord Yun's lead hunter. I learned a ritual from Lord Yun's father, and I had hoped to use it to ask the aid of the Forest Shadow. I've set the fires and the furnaces are ready, but one of the key crystals is missing. Without it, we can't even see what these furnaces are supposed to do. You have it? Excellent. I should return and report this to Lord Yun. He will want to hear this news. I am a hunter, not a warrior. My gifts lie in moving swiftly, silently, and alone. The news must be brought to Lord Yun, and it is my duty to bring it. The crystal fits into the central pedestal atop these steps, unlocking the lens arms in the lower furnaces so they can direct light to the remaining furnaces. The other furnaces have colored crystals in them, presumably to alter the light. Lord Yun's father called this the Ritual of Seasons. A forest, he said, cares about only 2 seasons. The cooler air of winter and the blistering heat of summer are the only things it notices. There are some old tomes in the temple itself, in a stand near the right wall. You might be able to learn more by poring through them. All right. Summer and winter seem to be the key. Black Whirlwind will stay behind to offer whatever help he can. If anyone can control him, it's you.
Hey, I'm not some cheap bottle of wine to be passed around. Damn it, even wine shouldn't be passed, in my opinion.
Lord Yun paid you very well to safeguard his men, and now you're being paid to safeguard his new agent. Surely you don't mean to go back on your word.
My word isn't worth a damn thing. That said, I'm still reeling from actually losing to anyone short of an army. Let me level with you. I don't lose fights, and I damn well didn't expect to lose one in this forest. Then you come along and beat me handily. Nah. So long as I'm fighting and drinking, preferably at the same time, I think I can let that part where you pay me slide. My only rules are, don't touch my axes, don't touch my wine, and don't get between me and my enemies. If you can live with that, we'll get along just fine. Whoa, almost didn't see the little guy. Is he with you too?
Yes, I am, you great behemoth. Looks like I'm going to need a lot more supplies if I'm supposed to keep you fed.
Be safe. The spirit's willing, I will reach Lord Yun's camp quickly. If you need more supplies or training, that is where I will be.
Let's go find something and make it stay a lot worse. You got it, but you can't actually use my axes. Just so we're clear, I'm the only one who touches the axes.
Let's go.
Do you realize how much trouble you've caused me? I'll be doing paperwork on that fight of yours well into next week. For so long, it appeared you'd be one of the easy ones. Then that whole bandit attack happened, and I haven't rested since. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? I am Zin Bu, the magic abacus. I was assigned to record, tabulate, and itemize the destruction that you cause. No easy task, I might add, especially since you embarked on this wild quest to find your master. Our calculations keep the universe in balance. Without us, chaos, anarchy, utter ruination. Look at your associate, Black Whirlwind. What a nightmare. A whole department can't keep up with his antics. But imagine if they failed to record his various deeds. We would never be able to determine his eventual position on the Great Wheel. You can't just guess at it. You must have records, itemized records in triplicate signed by the Overseer of Carnal Destruction and Disorder herself. Oh, you don't know the half of it. You remember that little engagement with Gao the Lesser? 3,040 pages. I lost 3 assistants on that report alone. Aha! The very reason I'm here, and not back at the Celestial Bureaucracy tabulating your most recent exploits. Apparently, my skills are inadequate to keep up with you. I'm being relegated to a much lower role in trade and commerce. My only consolation is that I will no longer have to track your exploits. I'll be lucky if I ever attain the rank I had before you came along, but I have a plan that just might get me there. And you're going to help me. Instead of trying to find you a buyer or supplier wherever you go, I'm going to provide that service directly. Actually, I need you to buy from me, and occasionally sell any items you no longer need. By getting rid of the other suppliers and buyers, I can save time and be more efficient. Perhaps then I can regain some of the honor I lost through this demotion. In any case, I'll be joining with you, in a sense, to offer you items for sale and to purchase anything extra you acquire. It's a fair deal, I believe. You gain the envious ability to buy and sell at your whim, and I can prove my worth in my new role. Perhaps I will even do well enough to get promoted. Well, that is a most excellent way to think about it. Simply call upon me as you would any of your followers, and I'll be there. In the meantime, I have much to do. I'm afraid my supplies are a little low at the moment, but fear not, I will acquire new items as quickly as I can. I should go and see what I can dig up for you. Don't worry, I'll be around. Just call on me if you need something. Good day.
The kawa ir apu ofir wowir wa honu unka. Utarawe ir kukiti salir naur kurk wupan. Sair sunkat nukau pa ir uk. Wo ofno aknatinir sasi ir yawak orui.
Longsword.
Wanak apiyir, wanak tatisir si usta. Kop awuka inir, wo afawapi ithatoro toro uk. The kawa ir apu ofir wowir wa honu unka. Utarawe ir kukiti salir naur kurk wupan. The kawa ir apu ofir wowir wa honu unka. Wowir wa wakir fonir sisa ukopkipu kusu ukut. Nara ir uk na pir sunkut, usat tir tatasir uyu. Kop awuka inir, u afawapi ithaturo turu uk. Wuwu wir wakwakir fonir sisa ukopkipu kusu ukut. Wo ofna aknatinir sasi ir yawak orui.
We're no power, Sulfun no Sonfun no Gauk Napir, Hiruk Sayir Gau Aukatia year.
You should ready yourself, mistress. I do not trust them. Mind your tongue, human.
Why no Sati, Bosi, Nima, oh, we're Rufri, Ni, was on their witty.
A friend who reeks of those beasts at the inn? Do what you wish, mistress, but I will be watching.
Oh, yeah, we're Kanuiru, Narawe, Konur no Kau Yawir. Oh, Ganshi, Rubni Abawafa, Sunsi, O Abawafe, O Soyeru, Sunsi. Narawe, O Yufufu, Rusi, Sifu no Kau, Kau, Sunsi, O no Natsuir. Here was a year and 50 Kawana way. Away, you are Nigin, oh, Suko year, in Sawyer for 1 year, Napier than 60 funk, Nini Osi, oh, now we're no power, Sufu no, some could not out. Sausa, Sinoni, could not quire, Kawana, 1 year, Napier than 60 funk, Nini Osi. Oh no, we're here from here, Sunur.
Even here, so weak. The waters cannot bleed forever. Nothing is without end. Not even this world. Not when my power rests in the hands of mortals. Names are fleeting, given so your kind can point and say, that is mine. All words, names, history, dreams, they die on your lips. What remains after that is beyond you. or is meant to be. Not everything can be owned, not without price. You will pay a debt earned by another. I lack the strength to help you. You cannot avoid your fate. When someone steps beyond their station, others must fall to fill the gap. He challenges the order. He pushes above while you are where you should be, where you must be. If you fail in your destiny, your true enemy falls with you. And if he falls, so do we all. You must win. But in doing so, you will lose. It is a painful circle that must be allowed to close. You do not truly have a choice until you confront what comes after. You will be free to act, but there is a cost.
That beast should never have woken up.
Ukira mi yirnin puno. Tonawe ira ukalia ir. Urnin biyera hasno. Sauta kuawa years minir yusuki. Niki au fuir. Ukira mi yirnin puno son sinuka ukawir. Tonawe ira ukalia ir. Urnin biyera hasno. Sauta kuawa years minir yusuki. Niki au fuir.
It was an honor to become her guardian. She is not like any other fox spirit.
Saui fasoir. Ukira mi yirnin puno son sinuka ukawir. Nara we yer o yufuku yer ufsi yer si suno kau kawer son sier. Wona wir no pa yer ufuko si si kunisuku. Nara we yer o yufuku yer ufsi yer si suno kau. Kau kiawer sauta kuawa yer sumin yer ipsuki. Wona wir yer fuyeru. Wona wir no pa yer ufuko si si kunisuku. Kuawe yer nakwe yer kuki. O gancheiro ganhava a faça zero, o abava feiro, o que roqueiro, o que se ercia, o não ir no paieiro, fogo se conheço, o que ir o sairá. Se só ir ipso que nani ir wikino, o que ir nigero se ser o chapéu.
Change will take you. Soon you will be one of us.
So hungry.
What? Who are you? You are weak and impure. You cannot stop the mother or her people. Die now!
Longsword!
They're changing us. They're capturing people, changing some and eating the rest. By the spirits, you have to help me. There's no way to stop. I don't want to turn. Kill me!
This is for the best.
Thank you.
Kill the filthy thin-born by...
From their numbers, I'd say we're getting closer to the mother.
It's too late. Yes, well, it's obvious you two are fine on your own. I'll just wait here.
No, you don't. We'll all go together. Besides, I need you to keep the wine flowing. I'm always more dangerous when I'm drunk.
As if this place wasn't bad enough. Now we have the lunatic and the baker here for... Wait. I wondered if they would find a way to cut us off. They must move through those small tunnels. I'll go deal with them. You three eliminate the mother.
Well, there's no turning back now. Who knows how many more cannibals are down there? When you're ready, let's finish this mother off.
This should be fun. If there's enough of the little guys down there, this could be better than the time I stormed the Fortress of Seven Gates by myself. Guys, the big one's yours.
She's too strong to defeat without using your hand. That's it! Oh, yeah! 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 There's no end to them, just like my wife's cousin.
Keep your head down, Bun Man. I'm killing things here.
You'll kill us if we don't get out of here soon. Look, there! That's our only chance!
Roawe fahiti, questo sigil, andono usat niga idno.
She would have to be. That hill collapsed like a bad cake.
Ukiroke yero, ukisier sier sokut.
Anyway, Sawyer. Sawir, Sawir.
Zausa, sinoni, gudno kwair, awona weir. Nik yawir suir, utsun puno sue umir suku. Nara weir o yufu, usi hirsi suno kau, kawir sunsir, oguno nasuir.
Well, I suppose that's it.
You survived. Somehow I'm not surprised. I was forced to dodge rocks all the way back to the inn. I think the beasts have been wiped out. Cannibal or not, the Keeper still made a richer offer than the Fox. I would have done things differently, but you have your reasons, I'm sure.
You should probably go down to his camp and check with Lord Yun. He'll likely want to reward you. The Bun Man and I'll make our way back to Tien's Landing. If you need my axes or whatever he does, just call.
You know, I think I actually like this job better than my last.
The forest shadow herself appeared here in this camp while the earth shook. She explained what was happening on my lands. She explained what happened in the inn. Nasty business, that. Glad you had the skills to deal with that. Mother, was it? Do you not appreciate the value of a wind map? I risked death at the assassin's hands by even giving you a rough copy of one. That is true. I'll not have it said that I ask people to place their lives on the line for a pittance. Here, take this purse. It should set us even. Here is the wind map you wanted. The copy is near perfect, and I assure you that the assassins will never know you have it. We will stay on here for a while. These trees will need tending. Besides, I think I have some old family business to catch up on. Old alliances to reforge, as it were.
Allow me to answer that, Lord. While it seems that you solved the problem with the forest, that doesn't mean the ghosts will simply up and leave. If we're lucky, then you stop things from getting worse, and time will provide the cure.
Indeed, it is. You have my deepest gratitude. I had virtually given up hope, and you appeared like a gift from the heavens. Farewell. That map will carry you safely if you can find a flyer with the range. I wish you all the best of luck.
It's good to see you again. Is there anything I can do for you? I have a small stock of supplies, and I can also train you to be more precise and focused in battle. My name is well earned, some tell me. Have a look and tell me what you need. I'm collecting the silver to honor the men we lost to these accursed ghosts.
Koni onuyu, kokir tatasinan, sun puno onuyusir wo yakuptir, nishin warwair, wo suyir kak. Akwi wo ofir, san kasowir wo siyutana. Onuyuir napair, wo kwair shapshir fan onuyusair ikupan.
Good, you're here. We can continue where we left off before.
You've got unfinished business with us first.
There are important matters at hand, yet you fellows keep interrupting. I'm surprised you're this eager to get another beating so soon.
This time we brought some friends to even up the odds.
Longsword. I'll improvise. I'll improvise.
You certainly look like Lee's top student, though there's something odd about how you fight. I can't put my finger on it. It doesn't matter. The sailors won't bother us again. We can get back to business. Sun Lee gave me instructions to await you if anything should happen. I have prepared for this day for well over a decade. I served him in the Imperial Army, but right now I have things you must know, so set aside your questions and listen carefully. Sun Lee asked me to seek a piece of a special amulet he wanted you, his prize pupil, to have. It was broken apart and scattered when the Spirit Monk Temple fell. He intended to, and I assume he did, give the main piece to you. Rumor placed a smaller part with a fleeing apprentice monk, but it had been some years and the trail was cold. I eventually learned the monk had fled to Old Tien's Landing. He was there a year or so, but died of lingering injuries and was buried with his possessions unsorted. It was rushed at the time because the new dam was due to close and Old Tien's would become a watery tomb. The amulet was beyond reach, so I came here and waited. Now the Lotus assassins have drained the lake and exposed the ruins of Old Tien's Landing. It seems they are searching for this piece of the Spirit Monk amulet too. Yes, Sun Lee intended you to find it. I was to tell you about it if anything happened to him. It was the last order he gave me, and I have waited years to fulfill my duty. I choose to believe that my service was valuable and vital. You would have come here eventually. The amulet would draw you at least. My assignment is to give you information to help you acquire the amulet. I will gladly answer whatever questions I can. I only know that I had to find the piece I was tracking. I did so. It is in the ruins. You must find it before the Lotus assassins do. You will need it to help your master. You are wise to ask. It is a difficult but essential skill to master. If you power through an opponent's guard with its strongest attack, it can briefly immobilize an enemy. During this, you can concentrate and increase the restoration. If you use that time to attack with another style, be careful. Your opponent may not be as vulnerable as they seem, and one must never be overconfident of victory. Remember, go to the ruins and claim the amulet before the Lotus assassins do. You will need it to survive the trials that lie ahead.
Well, this has already become an educational trip. From what you discussed with Hui, it would seem we are indeed tied to important events.
I have concerns as well. Hui convinced me that your master is the glorious strategist. Tell me, Dawnstar, what are your earliest memories with him?
Your question would be better directed at his favorite student. She was at the school for 3 years before I arrived.
We'll focus on you quite a bit by the time we are done, given the Spirit Monk connection. But I asked Dawnstar what she remembers.
The only thing I know about my life before coming to the school is that I was not wanted, probably because of the bad omens I was born under.
Bad omens? What makes you think that? You said you don't know anything.
I know because of my name. It's one of the few details Master Lee was told. I was named for a red glow opposite the morning sun, like a distant fire. Yes, I guess so. I wasn't there, of course. No one but you survived. I guess someone saw it, but I don't know where Dirge is or how far the fire was visible. It fits the time, but that just confirms my thoughts about being born under a bad omen. What could be worse than this attack on Dirge and the Water Dragon?
If that is the most troubling thing you learn about your birth, consider yourself lucky.
What? What do you want? You know what I like about this place? Absolutely nothing. Let's get what we need and get to the Imperial City. Why does it matter? I was born by my mother and sucked at her teat like every man. Well, like every man does with his mother. Anyway, by the time I was old enough to swing an axe, my father was dead and my mother disowned me. Of course, killing my father might have given her reason. I think she did it out of shame. My father beat me and my brother senseless, and made our lives miserable. Either way, that was the end of my childhood. I traveled a lot after that, begging for some things and taking the rest. Tough times, but not the worst. My axes and my wits kept me alive. Yeah. I had some wits before I got them all knocked out of me. Mostly I just used my axes and my fists. You'd think a 7-year-old might be an easy target, but I soon learned just where to cut a man to make him squeal like a pig. Ah, those were the days. No, we've got better things to do right now. Maybe I'll feel like talking after I've bloodied up my axes a few more times. Meh.
Thank you again for rescuing me from those things. I owe you my deepest gratitude. Is there some way I can be of assistance? It would seem we have our work cut out for us, but as my darling wife likes to say, when things are tough, quit your whining and get to work. I can almost hear her screaming at me now. If ever you find a cure for bad memories, please let me know. As I mentioned, I am but a simple bun master, with a dear wife who has turned my life into a miserable cesspool devoid of humor and excitement. Bless her soul. My wife ensures that I work very hard every day to become the best bun master in the Imperial City, perhaps the best in all the Empire. Though I was one of the most respected fighters in the Empire before I met my precious bride, she made sure that I became something more, or less. As I mentioned before, my style requires that I drink. She detests drinking, though there are things she detests even more, like talk of us separating. My loving wife would knead me into several small dumplings and boil me in hot oil if she suspected I was even speaking to you about leaving her. Life is not all bad, though. I may have lost all my dignity and self-respect, along with my ability to fight, or even make a tight fist, but I am a bun master of some renown. Oh yes, I'm very proud of that. Indeed, something very useful. Buns, that is. Everybody needs them. Oh yes, very proud. As you wish. I will be here waiting impatiently if you require anything.
The forest was a disturbing place. Such destruction. It was horrible, even if it was mostly unseen. If you could spare some time, could we talk about what we have seen? Our time in the forest was very troubling to me. To see such distance between the concerns of men and spirits is something I am still getting used to. I have been sensitive to these things for as long as I can remember, but it was not always such a disturbing talent. There used to be harmony. It was very gradual. The world just seems to be filling up with spirits that have no place to go. That this affected even the forest shadow is very disturbing. It makes me wonder how deep the trouble goes, and what mortals like us are supposed to do about it. What do you think? Master Li thought you were tied to this somehow. Can you comfort me? Your appreciation is just what I was looking for, and I am grateful. I know we will do what we can, even if the world moves in ways we cannot fathom. I am glad we can talk like this. It soothes my mind. I hope we can continue another time. Be well, my friend.
Yes? Is there something you want? Nothing to concern yourself over. Very old business. I traveled this way when I was fleeing the Lotus Assassins. Oh, choosing to leave is easy enough. Surviving the choice is not. Is that a surprise given their nature? Wei's comments about Master Li are more outlandish. I know Hui to be a truthful and honorable person, much more so than I consider myself to be. I do not question her belief, but belief alone is not enough. What if it is true? Much will have to change to accommodate this truth. It means the Emperor lied about Li's death, and he may have assaulted the heavens. The Emperor subject to the common vice of deception. Unthinkable. No, he is not. He is Emperor Sun High. He is as close to the heavens as a mortal can be. I warn you, this will lead in a dangerous direction for you and Dawnstar. I cannot condone it, but I have agreed to help, and I will. Just don't blame me when the whole world is against you. You will need more than my help. Just try not to endanger your companions. They are not to blame for what your destiny mandates. Now, is there anything else? I am always agitated. It is because of my training. We were taught that we were always being watched, always being stalked. In many cases, it is actually true. You likely have similar feelings. When trained to be as vicious as the assassins, or when you are the protege of a famous master, you tend to attract unwelcome interest. I wonder how you will react to this scrutiny. I also wonder if your fellows will stand by you when the true weight of what you claim becomes known. If your master is right, the actions of the average citizen of the Empire will not matter in the least. Many will prefer ignorance over knowing they are helpless. The sides of the coming conflict seem very well defined. That will not always be the case. It is sometimes difficult to see the truth behind the actions of others. Enough. I don't have anything else relevant to say. Perhaps I will when I have seen more of what you are capable of and what your master intends. I have said enough for the time being. The events that surround you cause me great concern. I want to see more of what is coming before I decide my next action. Goodbye, then.
Thank you.